Have you ever stopped to look around and realize that nobody else is on the same path as you? That while you wake up early, study, work, sacrifice and push forward, the people around you are still in the exact same place they were last year? Then this video was made for you. Because today I'm going to tell you the truth that nobody wants to hear about the real price of becoming someone truly extraordinary. Stay until the end, because what you are about to hear might completely change the way you see your own journey. And before we continue, subscribe to the channel right now, hit the bell, because every single day we bring you content that will push you forward when the entire world is trying to drag you back down. There is a question that very few people have the courage to ask out loud. If you could create a truly strong human being, truly unshakable, truly capable of changing their own destiny, what would you put them through? Think carefully before you answer, because the answer is not comfortable. The answer is pain, uncertainty, loneliness, repeated failure, disbelief from others, self-doubt, the burning hunger to prove to the world and to yourself that you are capable. That is exactly what life does to those who will one day become great. And there is a moment that changes everything, a silent moment. No cameras, no audience, no applause. A moment when you look into the abyss and make the most important decision of your existence. The decision that you are going to either win or fall trying. There is no middle ground. There is no plan B that gives you peace. There is only that raw, brutal, absolute choice. I will get there, or I will destroy myself in the process. And it is precisely that decision that separates those who arrive from those who spend the rest of their lives telling stories about what they could have done. What keeps you standing in the hardest moments is not motivation. Motivation is a feeling, and feelings pass. What keeps you standing is a mental framework that transforms any suffering into narrative. It is the ability to look at pain and think, this is going to be part of the story I will tell someday. This scar will become a chapter. This humiliation will become fuel. This failure will become the turning point in my journey. When you start thinking like this, nothing has the power to destroy you completely anymore, because everything begins to carry a purpose within your story. But I need to tell you something that will cost you a lot to accept. The journey of the exceptional is a journey of exception, and that means you will not walk it with everyone. The vast majority of people around you are not heading to the same place as you, and it is not because they are bad people or because you are better than them. It is simply because the paths are different. For a long time, many people believe there is something wrong with themselves, that being so focused, so obsessed, so different is a character flaw. But it is not. It is exactly the opposite. It is the signal that you were built for something that most people will never reach. When you truly start to grow, some people disappear, others pull away, and some become your loudest critics. And those people very often are the ones who are closest to you. They say, you have changed, and they are right. You have changed, but they have not. And that is exactly where the problem lies. Growth is inevitably a form of separation, not because you are superior, but because you are moving in a direction they chose not to follow. Losing people during the climb is not something to grieve. It is evidence that you are genuinely climbing. Now let me talk to you about balance. From childhood, many people are told they need to be balanced, that they need moderation, that they need equilibrium in everything they do. And for years, those who are naturally extreme, naturally obsessed, naturally all in on everything they touch, fight against themselves, trying to fit into that definition of normalcy. But the balance the world preaches is, most of the time, just another name for mediocrity. Because if you want an extraordinary result, you are going to need an extraordinary amount of action. Not a reasonable amount, not a balanced amount. An amount that will look insane to everyone watching from the outside. The world operates like a kind of social entropy. It will constantly try to pull you back toward the center, toward the average, toward the acceptable, toward what fits inside the mold society built for you. And resisting that requires energy. It requires discipline. It requires the ability to endure judgment, questioning, and the pressure of people who genuinely believe you are wrong for wanting too much. But you are not wrong. You are simply playing a level of the game that they have not yet understood exists. And fear? Fear is fascinating once you understand where it comes from. Fear is born from having something to lose. And the more you have, the more fear grows. But there is a brutal liberation available to anyone with the courage to use it. The liberation of realizing that nothing you have came with you when you were born, and nothing will go with you when you die. Nothing truly belongs to you. And when that truth genuinely settles into your soul, fear loses most of its power. Because the greatest weapon of fear is not physical pain. It is shame. It is the gaze of others. It is the finger pointed at you saying you broke a rule that they invented to keep you small. You are going to die. They are going to die too. And in the face of that absolute certainty, the only question that matters is, what are you going to do with the time you have? Are you going to live to satisfy the expectations of others, or are you going to live to realize what is most true and most intense inside of you? There is a concept that transforms everything once you truly embrace it. It is the concept that all the value you seek in life lives on the other side of two things that most people refuse to endure: uncertainty and delay. Every real gain, every meaningful achievement, every genuine transformation is hidden behind those two walls. And it is precisely because of that that so few people ever get there. Not because the path is impossible, but because it demands that you advance without knowing the outcome. That you invest without a guaranteed return. That you keep going when nothing makes sense yet. The ancient Greeks said the gods envied mortals. And do you know why? Because mortals had something the gods could never have: uncertainty. The real possibility of losing, the dramatic tension of not knowing how the story ends. The gods knew the ending of everything, and precisely because of that, their lives were empty of real meaning. It was the mortals, with their fragile and unpredictable lives, who experienced something the immortals could never feel: the real significance of fighting for something without knowing if they would succeed. And that is what you have. That is what makes your journey worth everything. Not the certainty that you will arrive, but the real possibility that you might, and the fact that you are being transformed in the process, regardless of the final outcome. Who you are becoming while you pursue your goals is in itself the greatest achievement. It is not the destination. It is what happens to you on the way to it. Now let me talk to you about action, about volume, about the kind of commitment that separates those who deliver from those who only dream. Many people have the same goal as you. Many people have the same dream, the same vision, the same declared ambition. But very few people are willing to do the same work. Very few people will sacrifice their weekends. Very few people will talk to strangers. Very few people will wake up while everyone else sleeps. Very few people will keep going when the motivation is completely gone. And the motivation will be gone. It always goes. The real question is what you do when it disappears. It is exactly there, in the silence without adrenaline, in the work without inspiration, in the action without immediate reward, that the great are forged. Think about this. To be in the top 1% of anything, you need to walk into a room of 100 people and walk out as number one. To be in the top 0.1%, you need to walk into a gym with 1,000 people and leave as the best. To be in the top 0.01%, you need to walk into a stadium with 10,000 people, all of them wanting exactly what you want, and beat every single one of them. Not almost all, every single one. And now I ask you with total seriousness, do you genuinely believe you can do that? while keeping the same habits, the same friends, the same schedules, the same priorities of an ordinary life. That possibility does not exist. It never did. The exceptional demands an exceptional life, not necessarily better than others, but radically different. So different that most people will reject you because of it. And when you start passing people, they do not celebrate you. They question you. They criticize you. They diagnose your ambition as imbalance, your obsession as illness, your dedication as a lack of mental health. Because your success exposes their choices. Your progress is a mirror they refuse to look at. And because of that, it is a complete waste of time to try to explain your vision to people who actively do not support you. Not because they are bad people, but because oil does not mix with water, and neither of them is wrong for that. They are simply different natures. In the end, when life comes to a close, when someone sits down to write who you were, you know what will matter. It will not be the money you accumulated. It will not be the companies you built. It will not be the possessions, the titles, the numbers. What will matter are two things: how you served the people around you and how you behaved in the face of adversity. It is the character that survives. It is the human impact that remains. Everything else goes with you. In 3 generations, everyone who knew you will be dead. Those who applauded you, those who criticized you, those who doubted you, those who believed in you, all of them. And in the face of that truth, only one sensible answer remains to the question of how to live. Do it for you. Do it for what is most true inside of you. Do it because you want to be able to look back at the very end and know you did not betray yourself. That you did not trade your dreams for the approval of people who will not even remember your name. The formula for success, at its core, is devastatingly simple. Get better. Never stop. If you do only those 2 things over a long enough time horizon, you will win. The problem is that people convince themselves they no longer want something the moment they discover how much it is really going to cost them. The real work begins when the motivation ends. And those who arrive are the ones who learned how to work without it. Find out what you want, ignore the noise around you, and produce so much with such consistency, with such intensity, that it would be mathematically unreasonable for you not to succeed. That is the only strategy that has always worked. And it will work for you too, if you have the courage to follow it all the way to the end. Subscribe to the channel right now and hit that notification bell. In the next video, we are going to talk about how the greatest winners in history transformed their deepest humiliation into the fuel that carried them to the top. You do not want to miss that. See you there.